This is Unbiased Reviews. I'm not from Chicago.
But I'm not complaining. I really love to do my stuff crazy. I get the blood stop crazy. Your organs are doing operation.
St. Louis.
So niggas stop getting on camera saying you popping them guns. Hey, Big Jerry. Yes, sir. That's the way you talk to your son.
Jersey.
Can't stretch this nigga even. I'm on the side of the highway with my gun out. Like I'm trying to catch a nigga speed.
Georgia.
Rob the bag, be like we just hustled together. I'm like, don't get your brain cooked or half. Jim Carrey style, I act different when I put on that mask.
From ATL, man. You see the A on the hat, y'all know what time it is. You know, I'm gonna give it to you straight up, no chaser.
You a 106 champ? Fuck you and your whole ass belt. You don't pop that tray. You tell real lies and I realize real eyes. Them contacts fake. This is some contacts fake. I will pop that fifth in your face when I drop that clip. Make him hold his head like a Rolodex cause I made his contacts fake. Oh.
What up, man? It's your boy Chris. Unbiased Review checking in, about to give you a breakdown of Syahboy versus LottaZay. This was definitely a good battle. It was a PG battle done, you know, in New York, you know, the day before the URL event on that Sunday. So, you know, I was definitely looking forward to it since it was a one-off. I like the way the editing was as far as the black and white, the rooftop scene or whatever. I thought that was definitely dope. And, you know, last time I saw Syahboy, he was on Grind Time battling Philly Swain. You know, he battled Juicezilla, he battled a bunch of Grind Time people. You know, I always thought he was pretty good. But, you know, he had some wins and some losses, but just never, that Juicezilla battle really did hurt him because it really killed Juice. So, LottaZay last battle was on the iBattle League. You know, that was a good battle also. So, you know, it's you know, definitely it was good to see these two guys, you know, lock horns or whatever. So, Syahboy goes first. I thought Syahboy had a pretty good round. You know, one thing I noticed just right off the bat with him is, you know, he definitely had like crazy swag in his battle, and his stage presence was really good, you know, as far as I was concerned. I felt like he had enough bars as well as humor to make, you know, his rounds, you know, pretty entertaining. So a few bars I really liked was the parking lot shit was definitely dope. That was probably like the best bar of the first round from him. Siegfried and Roy line he had was definitely nice. Bullets hate niggers, you duck and they skin heads. That line was really dope. The Bill Collector line, you swing, I duck, you'll get Bill Collector, was decent. The Chick-fil-A line, you know, we wave cows or whatever, that was a pretty nice line. He had some bars that he redid his own particular way, but we had pretty much heard him before. You know, he had a blasphemy bar that we've heard like Cortez say that a couple of times, and even some other people. He had a toupee bar, like toupee and toupee, so that, you know, that was something that we definitely heard before as well. He had a lot of charisma in this battle, you know what I'm saying, when he was like, you know, I put my thumb in your bitch butt, you wink, and I give it a thumbs up. Like, you know, just little stuff to add a little bit of jokes as well as, you know, bars. I felt like he had a pretty solid round one. LottaZay comes back next. I thought LottaZay had a good intro with the whole, you know, I'm going to Saya's house, the whole GPS scheme, and you know, that's how you put a bitch back in your place. I thought that was nice. The fraternity bar he had was pretty dope. If I cap a side, it's not a fraternity nigga. I thought that was nice. The envelope line he had, you never address niggas where they live. I thought that was dope. The dental bar was also nice. We've heard dental bars before, but I did like the way he put his own twist to it. And obviously my favorite line of probably the entire battle, man.
He know I don't give a fuck, I'm rude. John, I had a dream of smacking a bitch last night, and that bitch looked just like you. Know what I just might do? Rip Saya taper off so I could be standing on stage with another nigga line. Just like you.
That shit was crazy. You know, LottaZay and John, you know, had a couple battles on Grind Time. LottaZay won the first, John won the second. You know, it's a lot of debate on whether or not the judges really did that battle well, but, you know, overall, you know, I definitely felt like LottaZay took round one clearly. Round two, he kind of carried on the whole charisma and bar-wise, the way he was able to throw a few jokes in. You know, he talked about him singing, you know, you remind me of 112 Peaches and Cream. I thought that shit was nice. The elbow to the mouth.
Nigga, you soft as titties. Elbow to the mouth. Fuck you, nigga. Foul. Ain't nobody touch you, nigga.
The way he acted that out was really, really dope. You know, the David Ruffin line was nice. You would have thought this was a 4-3 blitz the way I brought those safeties down. That shit was hard, you know what I'm saying? I like that bar a lot. I've heard Meta World Peace and Ron Artest bars, but I actually haven't really heard it flip the way Syahboy did. So I definitely was feeling that bar too. He had a few more recycled in this particular round as well. He had a Temple Run, you know, a hair on in type of little flip with heroin. Applejack, cinnamon type of bars. So definitely some bars that we've heard before, but overall I felt like Syahboy gave you a solid round 2. LottaZay comes back in round 2. This round was a little bit confusing to a couple people, it seemed like, in the Facebook group, the whole slow it down, reverse it, say it again. And basically what I took from this bar, what I took from this particular round was what he was saying was he don't have to slow it down, reverse it, say it again. But he actually was slowing it down, reversing it, and say it again. So it was just kind of like he was just, maybe like he was just playing or whatever, because he basically was slowing it down, reversing it, and saying it again. So that's what I took from this. So I didn't really knock him just because he did it. You know, he said he wasn't going to do it, and then he did it. But the shooter in the back, you know, like an armored truck was nice. Obviously, an armored truck has a shooter, you know, in the back. So that bar was dope. Bad boy shit, I take your wig off on some I take the side of your wig off on some Cassie shit. It was nice. The breakfast scheme was nice as well. The line where he was saying that there's a pic with Saya with a dude with a shirt off saying come to my bed. That was a personal, but it kind of fell a little bit flat. I mean, obviously I ain't never seen the pic. I think a lot of other people ain't seen the pic. And I didn't really feel like that bar connected with the crowd. It was one of them things where you just didn't really know if that shit was even true. So I felt like he kind of lost, in my opinion, he lost a little bit of momentum with that bar. I felt like, you know, look past the bars, all you see is a suspect nigga. I thought that shit was kind of dope. I like the way he ended it with the slow it down. Fuck Thomas Marcus up, slow it down. Fuck this Mark, looks at his homeboy, boom, time is up. So I felt like he had a solid round 2, but Syahboy definitely took round 2 to me. So Syahboy comes back in round 3. I thought he had a pretty good round 3. Definitely had more humor mixed in with bars. That was pretty much his theme of the battle. He starts off with the whole, you know, you don't know who you are. One day you Tupac, next day you Keith Sweat. Thought that was decent. I like the whole your bitch say she don't suck dick, she the fraud type, she just blowing smoke, my dude, she exhaust pipes. That shit was hard. I was fucking with that. He had a seafood scheme in this particular round. I thought that was tough too. One of my favorite lines this particular round, I'll separate your throat and have everybody stare like the escalator broke. That shit was tough. You know what I'm saying? I was fucking with that bar heavy. He had a basketball scheme that was sick. We always see a lot of basketball schemes, but you know, I'll do this for the eyes you on, you know, the Akeem Olajuwon bar. Like the whole basketball scheme was just crazy. Clips pulled me to the side and said, Saya, you motherfucking nice. I gave him the weird look. Like, shit, you motherfucking right. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole little setup with that, you know what I'm saying? When I give him the weird look as if I'm going to be surprised, but then I'm going to come back with a cocky line. So, I mean, just his charisma was just dope in this battle. Shotgun to push you 10 yards back like a holding call. I thought that shit was dope. I also like, even though I felt like Hitman beat John John, I did like the little John John bar he had. John John fucked up that ball game like a replacement ref. That shit was fire. You know what I'm saying? So Syahboy had he finished this round really, really good in my opinion. LottaZay comes back in round 3. I thought LottaZay had a good round as well. Only reason why I left his face bumpy is because he John's son. That shit was nice. Obviously Johnson & Johnson, you know, facial and hair products. You don't really shoot. You borrowed a toaster like Felicia from Friday. I thought that line was nice. And when I first watched this battle, I was like, damn, that Wiz Khalifa shit killed Saya. And it did. You know what I'm saying? It was a good bar. But we see a lot of people flip bars. That's not really, you know, that imaginative. It's not really that creative or whatever.
Ain't this zoo? I'm gonna put T in the ground like a golf course. First off, that hand on your hip shit, uncalled for. Or I'm gonna put T in a bag like Lipton. Alright, let me help this nigga out, right? Cause this nigga tripping. See, if I was you, I say if he talk any more shit then, I'm gonna put T in a bag. I bet he won't give me any lip then.
That remix, boy. You did verse verb, was pretty clever, but I'm gonna remix the shit again to make it even better. Ever seen a Mac 11 with an AR clip and got a scope so every nigga in my radar hit? I keep some NYKs, but it ain't all nicks. That baby Wessons for your junior, that's my J.R. Smith.
The Wiz Khalifa line was definitely dope, but everyone kind of seems like they kind of come into a battle like I'm gonna flip something you said in a battle and show it. And I like the way he set it up with the, how you feel being, having the worst punchline ever said in a battle rap, and that shit just draws you in and make you want to hear what he's gonna say next. But other than that particular bar, I felt like his round wasn't better than Syahboy's round. You know what I'm saying? I felt like his round was I felt like Syahboy's round was a little bit more solid. The Wiz Khalifa shit was dope. The way he set up the whole Amber Rose, that shit was nice. The way he ended with the, on a scale of 1 to 10, on a scale of 1 to pretzel, how Salty argued, that shit was dope. But the charisma of Syahboy was also in effect even in this round. The nigga says, how does it feel for you to be on 106 in Park with thousands of people watching, molding your career? Bitches.
How did it feel being on BET with millions of people watching you mold your careers? Bitches. Then you went on for like 6 to 7 weeks on 106. Bitches. And nobody cares. Bitches. How did it feel to battle for the bread and the views on Grind Time for so many years? Bitches. They come to smack and battle a name like M City and nobody cares. So
he kind of responded to that shit almost perfect. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the video, you see Mickey Fax, Jazz, Newborn. They laughing at Syahboy as he says bitches. That shit was like funny as shit to me. I felt LottaZay had a good round, but I switched my pick, man. I definitely went with Syahboy in round 3. So I'm going 2-1 Syahboy. I felt like it was definitely a dope battle. I can understand you maybe rocking with LottaZay or whatever the case may be, but I didn't want to get caught up in the Wiz Khalifa line just winning him the round. You know what I'm saying? Like Syahboy was saying some shit in that 3rd round. Like, I felt like he had more haymakers than LottaZay did. So, that's what I get, man. It's Unbiased Review. Shout out to the Facebook group. Hit me up on Twitter, /Unbiased Review, Facebook group, Unbiased Review Rap Battle Debate. Send me a request. Put you in the group. Syahboy 2-1. No, this is no bias shit just because Sy is from Atlanta. No. When I first watched it, I thought he lost. He lost to the Philly Swing. Lost to a couple Grind Time niggas. So I don't really just be riding Syahboy like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't never heard me gas Syahboy in no video ever. So, but I felt like he won this battle. That's what it is, man. Peace.